Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back once again, or for the very first time, to the Farts and Crap Show, where, I'm your host, as per usual, Dan Joe McCraps, and, I'm kind of just getting going right now. Head's a little foggy, because I just woke up, got something to eat, and, haven't even really finished my first cup of coffee today. So yeah, still got to get going. But today's a big day. This will be going out in the future, but I did want the quality to be pretty good. Um, yeah, I'm using. I was gonna do this live, but then I was like, well, the archive will have better video quality anyway. Um, but yeah, so I've been avoiding spoilers all day because this just happened a few hours ago, as you can see, and I just woke up. Um, watched a quick Let's Play. Kind of skipped everything else. Did not browse the internet. Have not checked Twitter or checked around YouTube. Based on what I searched, I have a feeling I might have been spoiled on something already, but it's it's a little short for a state of play. I think they're typically like an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. This is so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And shout out to the bearded nerd, by the way. It's a hell of a dude. Drop him a sub. That's a cool dude. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna do one of these live reaction kind of things. I was gonna live stream this, but then I was like, I'd rather this be in a higher quality, so I'll just record it. Because I don't quite have the bandwidth for 1080 60 without heavy bit crunching and then pixelization, stuff like that. So I'd rather have a higher. It's about bit rate essentially, and various compression methods, blah 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 blah, lots of other crap. So, yeah, quality was important to me, and also I'm kind of still multitasking right now, and I couldn't put the other thing down. So, yeah, I'm just gonna watch this, sit back, finish my coffee, and for the most part have my mic on for the most part have my mic on mute. There we go. That's actually kind of hard. For the most part have my mic on mute. Ooh, say that 10 times fast. That is, for the most part have my mic on mute. For the most part have my mic. For the most part have my mic on mute. Got it. Cool. It's kind of tough. Anyway, let's begin.
There's some very unexpected developments in your future. Shocking events that will change the course of your life!
That last part might have been a hair dramatic, but there's lots of awesome updates and additions coming to the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time experience on PlayStation 5. Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, creative producer at Toys for Bob. I'm here to give you the feature rundown on Crash Bandicoot 4 on PS5. That includes 4K at 60 frames per second, adaptive triggers, 3D audio, and more.
Let's make this fun.
Picking up where Crash Bandicoot Warp left off, in Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, we find the evil masterminds Neocortex and Dr. Entropy escaping a once-thought inescapable interdimensional prison, leaving giant holes in the universe. What follows is a mind-bending adventure for Crash and his marsupial pals. We designed Crash Bandicoot 4 to leap off your screen, brimming with bold, vibrant environments and characters. Crash Bandicoot has always looked pretty suave, but wait until you see him spinning heads in native 4K at 60 frames per second. With the weight of the universe on your shoulders, and probably some errands to run, there's little time to wait on loading screens. The DualSense wireless controllers bring adaptive triggers to your fingertips. so you can feel the blast of Neocortex's DNA-changing ray gun, or feel the grip when you grapple a Tana's hookshot. Hold on tight when you feel the boost of Crash's jetboard, and really feel the suck when you vacuum his Dingodile. Looking to get fully immersed in the Crash Bandicoot universe? Crank it up to 11 and take your audio into an all-new dimension with enhanced 3D audio. Achieving the infamous 106% completion is the sign of a true Bandicoot master. But should our genetically mutated marsupial lose his way? Leverage PlayStation 5 activity cards to track your progress and hit your goals for things like time trials, flashback levels, and boss fights. I bet Entropy wishes he had that. Even bring your incomplete save over from the PlayStation 4 and use the activity cards to get to 106%. Oh, and one more thing. If you own the PS4 version of the game, an upgrade option is available. Check out the PlayStation blog for full details. Whether it's your first playthrough or your 100th, there's no better time to experience Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time on PlayStation 5.
Okay. It sounds like it's not a free upgrade, which is pretty lame. It's pretty lame. I mean, they didn't really talk about it that much, but for the most part, for like full price games and stuff, if it's a marginal upgrade like that, just make it a performance patch. Like, having to buy a separate like upgrade package is total garbage. I can understand if the game's been out for like a long time and they want to re-release it with like on a significantly like different platform and like add content to it, and like if they're significantly like altering some stuff like a Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. I get that. You know, it's on a totally different platform, runs different, blah, 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 all that other crap. This is literally the same game, just like the PS5 version. You can still play the PS4 version on your PS5. And literally the only upgrade is the visual fidelity. It's 4K 60. That's literally just like a rendering. Yeah, that's literally just a rendering thing. It's just utilizing the more powerful hardware and outputting 4K signal. Like, but at least they have an upgrade option, I guess. I don't know. But still, like, for people that were essentially like early adopters, I guess you would call them. Although it was made for PS4. But still, like, I know different developers, different publishers are handling this in a different way. But yeah, for the most part, no, I don't like that. Just make it a performance thing. Like, honestly, it's one of their biggest. It's Crash Bandicoot. It's one of their opening with Crash, obviously, because Crash is a big deal. He's always been a big deal for PlayStation. So I think that's kind of immediately shooting themselves in the foot, which they proceeded to shove into their mouths. And it kind of starts, again, with foot analogies, starts things off on the wrong foot. Because they could easily, like, they could easily with Crash, they should be like as pro-consumer as possible. And like that's such a small thing. Such a small thing. It's like they could just announce that, hey, yeah, there's a, you know, if you buy it now, you get the PS4 and the PS5 version. And people that already bought the game, they just get the PS5 version as a performance patch, like, you know, to the players kind of thing. You know, I mean, PlayStation really needs to drum up some goodwill right now. Like I'm not even watching this on my PlayStation. This is on the Switch. uh because yeah, people are mad, you know. They're quite mad that like tons of people can't get PS5s, and I think Sony is a little out of touch with this. Like they need to address that. Instead of just like, I don't know, people who can't even, yeah, it's dumb. I think that's a bad way to start the show, guys. Just saying, like, you're already my expectations were already knocked down a little bit. So anyway, let's continue.
Welcome back, Crash. The gang's all here on today's new edition of State of Play. We've got some great updates lined up for you. First, let's check out the latest on an eagerly anticipated game coming to the PS5 console this spring from PlayStation Studios.
Hey everyone, we at Housemarque are excited to give you this sneak peek at Returnal. In Returnal, you will play as Celine, an Astra scout, who crash lands on an alien planet, Atropos, after receiving a mysterious signal, White Shadow. Players will explore this inscrutable, dark planet in search for answers and unfold mysteries, which may point to a larger force at play. Dashing and quickly maneuvering your way above and around enemies is key to survival in Returnal. With the large variety of enemies and the vast number of unique movesets each possess, combat situations prove challenging no matter what the circumstances are. Death is only the beginning. Every time you die and restart, the world will change. The map will be different, enemies will appear in new locations and in differing numbers, so you have to think fast and adapt. Here you can see the use of the lightning alt-fire, which is great for crowd control. This is one of many alt-fires that you can acquire in the game. You will stumble across mysterious devices that can grant rewards to the player. These will vary from weapons, consumables, and upgrades, and they can completely change your playstyle and make each cycle feel unique. Besides the intense combat, Returnal also has a deep and engaging narrative. We allow players to piece together the puzzle that is the story of Celine as they venture deeper and deeper into Atropos and into her personal nightmare.
That can't be here.
I think I am reliving my memories in that house, but not fully. They're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem manufactured. But I can remember the torment, feeling like I was losing my mind. There's no comfort here. No safe space. Exactly as I left it.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I think this is the first time we've seen gameplay of Returnal, and it seems to borrow. It was weird for a second there. I was getting like Shotlock vibes from Kingdom Hearts. Don't ask why. uh, totally unrelated. Um, but yeah, it seems like better take on like what Anthem was trying to do in a way. Um, definitely like Souls inspired, but maybe like psychological horror elements. And definitely when getting that upgrade, definitely reminded me of Metroid. I was like, oh, she's jamming her hand in the thing and getting the okay, cool. I like it. So yeah, it kind of does remind me of like a grittier, more realistic, like Metroid, um, kind of Metroid Fusion inspired thing where it's yeah suspenseful, you know, tough and yeah, that's really cool. Uh, at first when I saw stuff for Returnal, I was like, yeah, I don't care, and that's exactly what I was gonna say before they showed the video, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of really awesome. Okay, man, that looks cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see more about that. So let's keep going.
Returnal lands on April 30th, and it's developed by the talented team at Housemarque. Next, let's take a closer look at a high-impact new PS4 game called Knockout City.
Hi, I'm Josh from Bellin Studios. We're an indie developer based in upstate New York, and we recently announced Knockout City, a team-based multiplayer action game for PS4 where rival crews settle their scores with epic dodgeball battles. Knockout City is easy to pick up and play, but there's a lot of depth here for those who've got the skills. In our 1v1 face-off mode, you'll go head-to-head in a constantly shrinking battleground, relying on your reflexes and abilities to knock out an opponent. A well-timed catch powers up the ball, making it easier to land a hit. Use trick shots to lob a ball over a ledge or hook it around a corner. Fake a throw to mess up your opponent's timing and knock them out before they can recover. When you're in a
Yeah, I really don't care about Battle Royale dodgeball. I know some people like Battle Royale games, but no. Let's just skip this.
Time for something new. Here's your first look at an upcoming PS5 game from the team at Slowclap. Meh. That was the debut of Sifu, coming to the PS5 console later this year. Now let's get an update on Solar Ash, an epic new PS5 adventure from Heart Machine.
Okay, this is one I've been very excited for, and I actually was recently talking about this one, not on the show, but to a friend, and because I was introducing that friend to Hyper Light Drifter, and I was like, this is one of the best, like, 2D co-op adventure games, like, indie or non. Like, it's just... Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. It was so good. Like, to those of you who have never played it, I think it's actually on sale right now, on PSN, because they're doing an indie sale, I want to say, and let me see. It's I've been meaning to make a video on this, but it's one of the standouts. I was just browsing on my PS4, and it didn't tell me how much it's actually on sale for. Because I already own it. It's only $7. It's only, yeah, it's usually 20. So it's 65% off right now. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. It's also on the Switch. And it runs really well there as well. And it is on sale, wow, for the next like couple weeks. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, there are some really good sales there, so keep an eye out for that video. I'm just going to be going over some of the PSN sales because there are some fantastic ones right now. Like, tons of things are on sale right now because not only because like I'm obviously recording this on the day that, you know, on screen right now. So they have their double discounts, their games under $20, and their PlayStation Indies sales. And all of them actually have really good stuff. So, but anyway, yeah, Solar Ash, it's from the same developers. And yeah, let's see what they got to say.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex Preston, Creative Director of Heart Machine. You might know us as the team behind Hyper Light Drifter. Today, I'm here to show you the first peek at gameplay for our new title, Solar Ash. Solar Ash is a huge, stylish 3D platformer focused on speed, movement, and fluidity. The game is set inside a giant black hole known as the Ultra Void, which has been consuming everything in its path. You play as Ray, a daring Void Runner who has decided to venture into this terrifying anomaly as a last-ditch effort to save her homeworld. Ray is extremely agile, able to speed across the world with abilities akin to skating. On the ash and clouds, she can quickly cover great distances in our huge world. At its core, Solar Ash is a game about movement, and Ray has everything she needs to flow through the dangerous and unique world. As you journey to save your planet, you'll find yourself face to face with grotesque and violent creatures. Our combat system is simple, fast, and fluid, built to empower players and encourage flow. As you explore the Ultra Void, enemy encounters will scale to greater and greater sizes. Some of these creatures require speed and precise timing to defeat. Ray will eventually need to face the massive sentinels of this void. wretched, starved beasts that hold the key to her quest. Solar Ash is Heart Machine's vision of the adventure platformer. The giant spaces, the feel of movement, the flow of combat, and the high-stakes battles atop enormous beasts all come together to bring players something we think is incredibly unique, and more importantly, fun. This game is a labor of love for everyone on the Heart Machine team. We're excited to bring Solar Ash to PS5 and PS4 later this year.
Okay, that looks really good. Really good. I'm not a big fan of like most 3D platformers, but when it's set up like that, like a 3D adventure platformer, kind of like a visual story, I guess. I mean, like Hyper Light Drifter had a good amount of platforming in it. Hollow Knight had a good amount of platforming in it. So platforming and like Shovel Knight is like mostly platformer. You know, it's not a bad thing. I don't hate platformers. That's not it at all. But yeah, that looks really good. Really, really good. And hopefully, like, and I like this too, that they're saying it's coming to PS4 and PS5. Like, I don't really care. Like, if it's like both, and they have like a section now on PSN, right, where you can see the games that are like cross buy essentially. Like you buy the PS4 version, and then when you get a PS5, you can just upgrade to the PS5 version, and that's really cool. They didn't specify that's what that if that's going to be the case with that game, but very interested in that one. And it's because it is stylized, I don't feel like it's going to suffer that much, like between the two platforms. And if like on PS4 Pro it's like 1080 60, and then PS5 it's like 4K 60, cool, that's great. That's all I want. I just don't want them to like be selling them separately when there is such a shortage right now. And again, with, you know, still the global situation, it's like, you know, everybody recovering from 2020, essentially. So, yeah, let's keep going.
If you're a fan of scary games, this next one is for you.
When I first found you, you were nothing. You were small, pathetic. But now, you are more. Are you ready?
Okay, here's the thing. I hate Five Nights at Freddy's. Absolutely hate it. I can see why some people like the games. I was legit like scarred by like animatronics when I was younger. So that brings up like a whole bunch of like PTSD stuff for me. So yeah, gonna completely skip that.
Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Up next, let's take a tour of Oddworld Soulstorm.
Hi, I'm Lauren Lanning, Creative Director at Oddworld Inhabitants. Today, I'm going to take you on a brief tour of our newest game, Oddworld Soulstorm.
They've always known you would come. Do you know why you have?
In Soulstorm, you reprise the role of Abe, accidental hero turned unlikely leader of an emerging revolution, as you do battle through weird and wonderful environments in an effort to escape the all-powerful and eternally greedy Gluckons. We really wanted to bring this world to life with what we call 2.9D platforming, which adds much more depth and immersion for the player. This sense of connection is also reinforced through the use of the DualSense's haptic feedback, as you'll now be able to feel Abe's heartbeat in high alert and suspenseful situations. There are well over 1,000 fellow Mudokons that you must try to save along the way, but they are far more than helpless workers looking to be saved. When used effectively, you'll be able to solve puzzles, harness their combined energy, and be given the tools they need to fight alongside you. And there will be times when the extra hands will be needed as you face off against an array of heavily armed enemies that will stop at nothing to find and end Abe once and for all. In order to stand a chance against this much larger threat, we gave Abe the ability to scavenge, loot, and pickpocket items from his surroundings and use them to craft an impressive arsenal of his own that he can share with others. You can also play as a non-lethal pacifist or an agent of chaos. We wanted you to have the choice. But there is one iconic ability for our shamanic protagonist, Possession. This mystical power allows you to take control of your foes and use their strengths and weapons against them, or use them to gain access to paths still ahead. The Oddworld universe is a diverse place, and this means that there are some environments and situations that require a little more thought, patience, and stealth. You'll find dark and dangerous caves, heavily guarded industrial sites, and ancient forgotten lands. Here, we've built lots of opportunities for you to test your skills and find different ways to handle things. It won't be easy. If being hunted by an army backed by a shady and wealthy organization isn't bad enough, there are also more dangers in the forms of natural obstacles, ancient traps, trials against swarming dark creatures, and industrial hazards that must be dodged, crossed, and avoided. Ultimately, Abe's journey is one of hope, freedom, and truth. There's a rich and engaging narrative to discover in a world full of lies, and we've been able to bring our characters to life like never before. In true Oddworld fashion, your actions in-game will decide the fate of Abe and all those you manage to liberate along the way, and we can't wait to see what you will do.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I did not like the look of their teaser trailer that they showed when they first showed this game. But it looks like it's shaping up really well. Like the original Oddworld Abe's Odyssey on the PS1. It was incredibly special at the time. Because it was very like clearly inspired by other like puzzle platformers, kind of like Prince of Persia and Lemmings. But they did it in such a gorgeous way with like, I mean, pre-rendered backdrops and like pretty impressive effects and lighting and all this stuff. And yeah, it was one of those games that I didn't think would ever see a revival, just because it was very much a product of its time. But I don't know, this looks like it might be good. So pretty cool stuff.
That was the latest on Oddworld Soulstorm. And here's some exciting news. Active PlayStation Plus members will get the PS5 version for no extra cost starting in April. PS5 version for no extra cost starting in April. Moving on, it's time to...
Oh, yes. I was actually looking for news on this game the other day. Kenna Bridge of Spirits. This game was one of my highlights for the big like PS5 event like a couple months ago, and I was like Jade and I both like we saw this part and we're like in the in the PS5 event we're just like yes, this one 100%. Like this looks good. And I like that too about the Oddworld Abe's thing because I just wish more of the publishers would clarify what they're doing with these like cross-generation games of like are you getting both versions when you buy the game or are you like do you have to be a PS Plus member, that kind of thing. I just wish they would clarify because like it sucks not knowing, right? And then later to kind of get blindsided by something like Crash Bandicoot 4, and it's like, oh, well, you can buy an upgrade package or something like that. It's like, just, just tell us what we're buying, please. That'd be great. Thank you.
Catch up with Kena Bridge of Spirits, a gorgeous new adventure we last saw in the June PS5 showcase.
The rats seem quite fond of you. They're usually timid. Something tells me you did not come to our village looking for forest creatures.
Hello, Spirit. I seek passage to the Sacred Mountain Shrine.
Our village is bound to the shrine's energy. But that power faded long ago. Trapped spirits linger here, tangled in the tragedies of our past. You must help these spirits if you wish to reach the mountain shrine.
It's okay. You have to go now. Move on. The path of a spirit guide is a lonely one.
Now let's settle in for a stylish new look at Deathloop, a PS5 for...
That was incredible. Wow. August. That dude, that finally got a date on it. Oh my goodness, that makes me really happy. August 24th. March, April, May, June, July, August. 6 months away? I mean, cool. But yeah, guys, expect to see that on this channel. Like, pretty much day one. Like, yeah, that's gonna be a pre-order for me, dog. Also, Deathloop, I really don't care about this one either. I remember this one, and yeah, I really, really, really don't care. Is this still Deathloop? I guess yes.
Before we leave, how about a huge update for one of 2020's most celebrated games?
That sounds good.
Cloud! Quickly! Barrett!
Give me a break!
Jesse! Barrett!
Where you been?
Tifa! Help me!
Come on! Let's push it past the red line! Now it's my turn! Got your lethal force right here!
A touching reunion.
Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar. My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces operative for the new Wutai government. We'll prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, we got this.
I'm back.
Ah, there you are. Someone's been expecting you. What took you?
Sorry about that. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. I'm Sonon Kusakabe.
Where's Cloud?
We lost him.
You what?
He will be okay, though, right?
Well, of course he will.
They're the ones who blew up the reactors. Cool. Should we say hi?
No, better not. After what they've done, you gotta assume Shinra's on their tail.
Look, a Moogle!
Stop!
We gotta help.
No freaking way!
Boss!
Get wrecked!
You guys should probably get moving.
Got it.
Whatever it is they're planning, you're better off out of it.
They deserve what's coming to them.
Yeah, they do. But I'm not your sister.
There you are.
Who are these jerks?
No clue. It just appeared.
No way.
Now, let the hunt begin.
What? 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 Is this already the second chapter? And that... Hold on, they're not done yet. Hold on.
Get down here, Merc.
That's how ninjas do it.
Yep.
Yes, dude. That is how you do it. Oh, okay. And then the new Yuffie episode is a paid upgrade. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. I wonder how long it's going to be. It's probably going to be pretty short, honestly. Just like kind of like a B-side to the original game. But dude, all the upgrades, oh my goodness, they're completely reworking it. That is... Oh, that's massive. Oh, I'm so glad that's a free upgrade. So glad. Because I pre-ordered that. I streamed it day one, and I loved the game. But it had some serious performance issues. And it was okay, kind of like capped at 30 frames per second kind of thing, but kind of like Bloodborne, it had dips. You know, it's still beautiful on PS4, but yeah, a few of those things like texture pop in, load times, the lighting was weird sometimes. Just everything they talked about, I was just like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted for this.
That was the reveal of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, coming to the PS5 console later this year. And that's our show. We hope you're as excited as we are for what's to come in 2021. See you next time.
Is that really it? You guys have a whole minute. Yeah, it is. And I think I saw a low-key reveal at the beginning of that. Let's see that one more time.
How about a huge update for one of 2020's most celebrated games?
Quickly! Barret!
Give me a break!
Jesse! Barret!
Where you been?
Tifa! Help me!
Come on! Let's push it past the red line! Now it's my turn! Got your lethal force right here! A touching reunion.
Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar. My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces Operative for the new Wutai government. We'll prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, we got this.
I'm back.
Ah, there you are. Someone's been expecting you. What took you?
Sorry about that. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. I'm Sonon Kusakabe.
Where's Cloud? We lost him. You what?
He will be okay though, right?
Well, of course he will.
They're the ones who blew up the reactors. Cool. Should we say hi?
Nah, better not. After what they've done, you gotta assume Shinra's on their tail.
Look, a Moogle!
Stop!
We gotta help.
Okay, that was that was it. There was to those of you who haven't played it yet, I'm not going to talk in depth about what I was looking for there. But they kind of low-key returned something I was really hoping for. And I guess now I know when I'm gonna return to this game and actually do a series for it, because I've kind of been waiting for this announcement because I didn't want to do like a full, like legit series of episodes of like a playthrough for the game because this was obviously coming. Like they kind of future-proofed it in a way, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, because it's gorgeous. It's one of the best looking PS4 games. But it's kind of, if you played it around launch, you would know it seemed to be a little lackluster and kind of like capped pretty low. But of course, since it was going to be a multi-part episodic thing, of course it would continue on PlayStation 5, right? So they needed an easy upgrade method, right? Just use lower quality settings for just everything, simpler assets, lower resolution, lower frame rate, to get it to run on the PS4 and PS4 Pro. But it had to at least run on base PS4, It did have a PS4 Pro patch that did help things out a little bit. But still, it did seem very much held back by the hardware. So yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. Sorry I ranted a little bit about some of this stuff. I'll go ahead and talk real quick about what I didn't see. And that seems to be kind of what some other people have that I mentioned, I alluded to at the beginning of this video. We didn't see Elden Ring at all. Or on the topic of Final Fantasy 16, we didn't get any kind of update for God of War Ragnarok or Horizon Forbidden West. But it's early in the year. They already had a bunch of big reveals and follow-ups, so I'm not upset by that at all. The other thing that is coming pretty soon that was kind of expecting to see here, because of how soon it's coming, is the Nier Replicant remake, which I think is still mid-April, so we're 2 months away. So I was hoping for something there, but I guess not. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Let me know what you guys thought about any of this stuff. Definitely Kenna Bridge of Spirits looks the most promising right now out of all the new stuff that we saw. And that was August. That one was August, right? Yeah, late August. So I'm glad we got a date on that for sure. Man, Final Fantasy VII Remake on PS5 looks so good. The fact that it's going to be a free upgrade, that's awesome. Like, the Yuffie episode being sold separately, totally fine. Totally fine by me. Because it is new. Like, that's a completely new chapter to the game, so cool. But yeah, the fact that it's, yeah, into photo mode. Like, I just really wanted a photo mode, which I brought it up several times throughout my playthrough when I did that over on Twitch. And man, I just really want to get back into the game, and I've been thinking about it recently too. I was just like, man, maybe I should. Maybe I should just like re-download it, see if they patched it again for like performance mode, something like that. Solar Ash, of course, looked good. Oh yeah, Returnal, surprisingly good. And I guess that was it. It was Returnal, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, Solar Ash. Don't really care about Five Nights at Freddy or Oddworld personally. And Final Fantasy VII Remake news. Like, that's huge. I was not expecting to hear about that at all. I thought they were going to focus on new stuff, but I'm hoping, because this ties into the other thing I was talking about, that I'm hoping this I'm hoping this gets people who haven't been able to upgrade to a PS5 yet to at least like pick it up on PS4. Because like, why not? Because you're also buying the PS5 version, as they just confirmed. So yeah, if you guys have been waiting, play Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's incredibly good. It's one of the best PS4 exclusives that's still exclusive, right? Because a lot of those have actually been ported elsewhere. I think they confirmed recently that Days Gone is coming to PC. God of War is still exclusive. Horizon Zero Dawn was ported to PC. Death Stranding was ported to PC. So some of the big games have been ported elsewhere, but oh yeah, it looks like PS5 is going to be the way to play this game. And I wouldn't expect, especially since this is coming out in June 10th, as they said, I wouldn't expect a PC port of Final Fantasy VII Remake anytime soon. Maybe 2022. But yeah, for quite a while, yeah, this game, it's super good. I don't know how it runs on base PS4, but on PS4 Pro, it's a really good time. I think it is capped at 30 FPS, but it's still absolutely gorgeous and such a good game. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me, guys. That was the February 25th 2021 state of play. I would say fantastic job, PlayStation. You guys freaking knocked it out of the park, killed it. And Yuffie's Moogle out costume, I love that. That's great. And yeah, we can't get all the announcements at once, but what they did have to show, I was thoroughly pleased with things. You know, of course, it's going to be a mixed bag. Any kind of announcement live stream that you watch, of course, it's going to be a mixed bag. But yeah, it's yeah. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will get to those, and That's a plane. You guys can't hear it. It's not getting picked up in the capture. But anyway, and we'll catch you on the next video. Ta-ta for now.